Yo, what's up to all my Wookiees? Just wanted to give you the Smuggler Gunslinger breakdown. Granted, I only got to level 20 during this beta, but you can check out torhead.com. They have a skill calculator that you can use to figure out all the way up to level 50 what your smuggler would look like. So I can tell you all the way up to level 20, tell you what I did. So first of all, basics about the game. Looks great. The animations are rad. There's with the music, the sound effects, the visual, the way everything is put together, they do a great job of making you feel like you're in Star Wars. So I think that's what most of us are here for. And so they did that well. Obviously gameplay is important too. So as a smuggler, I have my own story, which pretty much revolved around recovering my ship and also avoiding law enforcement and then apparently talking to chicks. So that was cool. Like, interesting. Like, I feel like I had a unique story. And I watched somebody else make a Jedi, and their story was totally different. So that's good. Okay, so here's a breakdown of like the cool stuff that happened along the way, getting to level 20. Level 8, I got my companion, which is like having a pet in Star Wars Galaxies or one of those buddies from Guild Wars. So it's handy when you have stuff that just requires, like, you're ranged, you need a tank, whatever. So I'm a smuggler, gunslinger, and my guy was a trooper. My level 8 companion was a trooper. So level 11, I got my ship, which is basically like your house in Star Wars Galaxies. You can't decorate it as of yet, but it has a lot of cool spaces in it, and I can see where it has potential to be like your place, because it has like meeting rooms and bedrooms and a cargo hold, which is actually functioning as your cargo hold. And then it has like a hollow area where the chessboard is and all that, where you like talk to mission people or whatever, get briefed on big missions. And then you have a little cockpit where you go in there and operate the ship and tell it where to go and stuff. I haven't done any space missions yet. I read some people saying some not too cool stuff on it, so I just figured I would hang tight and stick to the ground game. So I can just talk about the inside of the ship. Anyway, that was fun. Level 18, I got my third companion, which was a Wookiee. So that was like the whole reason that I'm playing Smuggler. And the reason I say third companion is because you get your second companion with your ship. You get a little droid who like does stuff and talks about packing lunches for you and makes jokes, sort of like C-3PO. Okay, so that's what my like level 8, 11, 18, that's my little benchmarks for what was interesting. And then just to break down, I wanted to give you a clue for anybody who's thinking about playing Smuggler. So what a typical fight would be like for me as a Smuggler, Gunslinger particularly. So here's what it would be. If I was prepping to go in against like a little lair of 3 or 4 guys, and they're usually built like a bunch of gangsters, and there's like a melee one and a couple ranged ones, and then maybe like an elite, like a tougher one. So in order to do that, here's what my day would look like. I go in and I hit cover. So my guy crouches down, and I get a little laser shield in front of me, which is pimp, and I guess it blocks lasers. It looks cool. And then right away I hit Smuggler's Luck, which makes it so a couple of my attacks have 100% chance of critical. So you're just like shooting awesome. So I hit Smuggler's Luck, that lasts like a minute, and then I hit Sabotaging Blast, and he throws out a little, like a little spinning, like a Molotov cocktail type thing, but it sticks to the bad guy, and when it gets hit with damage by me or my companion, it explodes for damage. So it's sort of like a grenade, but it's triggered by the thing. I would assume that's for hate purposes. Then I use my bleed shot to trigger it, because I'm trying to get that dot on pretty much right away. So I use my bleed shot, it makes them explode from the sabotaging blast, and they start to bleed. Then I hit aimed shot, which does like crazy damage, but it takes 2.5 seconds to fire up. So it's like you're sitting there, he turns the gun sideways like a gangster, and boom, it hits big, and then it takes like forever to recharge. And then I spam charged shot, and that takes 1.5 seconds to fire up, but it's affected by that Smuggler's Luck, so it's critical, like every time. So it's 350, just hitting every time. So that's your DPS. I spam that till I'm out of energy, and then I hit Cool Head, which is something I think that's just from Gunslinger. and it recharges my energy. It starts like a dot energy recharge, so my energy starts coming back really fast. So then I just keep spamming charge shot because it's still on critical mode from Smuggler's Luck. When that runs out, I start getting into trouble. Maybe I have to heal myself. I can hit one stim. Then I hit all in. If I'm still fighting some crazy shit, then I hit all in, which restarts the counter on Coolhead, and also applies a dot heal to myself and my companion. So like we're just crazy, ready to go. Our health starts coming back, and my action is full, so I can keep spamming charge shot. So dishing out 350 every 1.5 seconds. Then I can throw in some thermal detonators for area damage, but I usually don't because that pisses off more guys than I want to bring into my fight. So that's kind of what my toolbar looks like, just to give you an idea of what that's like. So overall, the pros for being a Smuggler Gunslinger is that it's loud gunfighting action, a lot of fun, high intensity, high DPS. You're doing a lot of damage. You have a force field defense, so you don't get that as the Scoundrel, so that's a bonus. And then you get sprint, so you also can run like 1.2 or 1.5 faster than the other guys. And then my cons for Smuggler Gunslinger is that you have no stealth. Apparently Scoundrel gets stealth, and I'm really jealous of that because that sounds fun. And you have no heals. Other than the stim, you rely on a stim which works every 1 a minute. So that's virtually worthless. It can help you one time in a fight, and then it's done. Anyway, so that's it. This has been Mike D, aka Bam, from the Screaming Wookiees, coming at you. Make sure you hit up wook.bozar.com to discuss. Late.